welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad that you're here. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Nutcracker collection from OPI for holiday 2018. We have 12 new polishes plus 3 glitters. There's really something here for everybody, you guys, and we have great formula, beautiful pops of color, and we even have some holo. So if you're new to my channel, I do live application here. That's basically the whole point of my channel, is to show you how something's going to apply before you purchase. So you'll be able to get a little bit of an idea what a typical experience with the formula of a certain polish may be. I'm also going to be going over some dupes and comparisons for every polish in this collection. So there are 15 polishes to talk about, so we better go ahead and get started. Before we get into it though, I want to let you know that this is a limited edition collection. So OPI has said basically once these are gone, they're gone, and so you gotta make a jump on it if you want some of these polishes. So make sure you head over to polishpick.com. That is my favorite place for discount OPI. It is a really good price point. I am not affiliated with the brand. This is not a sponsored video. They do send me the polishes for my review, but I am not paid to do anything for them. So let's start out with Berry Fairy Fun. This is a beautiful high shimmer polish in the collection. It's a very purpley berry. I would say it's probably more purple than berry to me. It also has some beautiful contrasting gold shimmers in there as well. This gets great coverage at 2 coats. You could do a 3rd coat if you want to just richen up that color a little bit more, but I didn't feel like the 3rd coat changed it enough that I just really needed that 3rd coat. This goes on so easily, no patchiness or anything, so I was really impressed with this shade. So you'll see me swatch this at 2 coats, give you a swatch photo, and then today, you guys, I'm going to change up my comparisons just a little bit instead of giving them to you, a whole bunch of them, every color I could find that's similar. On swatch sticks, I'm just going to be using my hand to show you the 3 most similar things to the polish that we're talking about, because I'm really trying to figure out why my camera has a hard time with color accuracy with those swatch sticks. So I'm trying to give you the most color accurate picture of these comparisons as possible. So I really thought Berry Fairy Fun was gorgeous, a lovely polish in this collection. There are, as you can see, a few things similar to this in OPI's line, but no exact dupes. The next polish in the collection is something I'm very happy that they put in here. It's a really dark polish, but it's filled with a lot of life and zest. This is called Black to Reality, and this is basically a black base polish with a lot of beautiful red inference pigment in it, and basically that's just giving a high shine against the really dark black base. I felt like this got nice and rich in 2 coats. So you're seeing me swatch it at 2 coats. And for my comparisons today, I felt like there were a few things similar to this from OPI, but my comparisons actually just made me really excited to pull out the other things. So no exact dupes, which made me really happy to find this polish in the collection. The next polish in the collection is another red. This is Candied Kingdom. This is a cream. It has the tiniest, most delicate, minuscule little shimmers in there that you really can only see if you're looking at it like so hard, purposefully trying to find the shimmers. It didn't show up for me on the nail, not to like the naked eye where you're just, looking at the swatches across. I'm like, oh yeah, that's a shimmer polish. But when you look at the bottle really close, you can see some shimmers. This is a beautiful classic red. OPI knows their reds. Yes, they've done a million reds, but they really have a great formula going here. This is fantastic to work with. I felt like this was a 1-coater, so this is really nice for everyone who's busy and just wants to put on a great pop of red, doesn't want to spend a lot of time waiting for things to dry. And it's almost like the perfect red lip where it's not trying to run outside of your lip line or anything. That's like this polish. It was so easy to work with, so I loved it. Now granted, even though it's gorgeous and I loved it, there are a lot of things similar. I'm not going to say that any of these polishes I'm showing you here are exact dupes, but of course, OPI, they're known for the reds. They have a lot of reds. The next polish up is Dancing Keeps Me on My Toes. It is the polish that I've had on in this video, and it's a beautiful, very bright white shimmer polish, and it has tiny little flecks of gold in there. Teeny, teeny, tiny. Not so much that they show up on the nail. It's mostly just looking like a general shimmer. But there was a little bit of differentiation in color there. This polish is nice at 2 to 3 coats. It's right there on the border. I would say go for 3 if you really don't like any kind of visible nail line at all. But I thought it was really pretty. They have done some other things like this, nothing that's an exact dupe, but I feel like I've seen this polish from a few brands recently, and even from OPI with, you know, some very slight color variations. It is a really beautiful classic look on the nail, and perfect for holiday. But especially because I've seen them do a few things like this recently, I wasn't so excited about this shade. The next shade in the collection is a metallic, lustery, high shimmer, foily kind of gold. This is really beautiful yellow gold, guys. It's not overly silvered like some golds can be. Both ways to do a gold are really pretty, but this is definitely on the yellow end, and it's called Dazzling Dew Drop, and I really liked this. I thought it was beautiful. I'm a gold lover myself anyway. It's hard for me to not like a gold polish, but this is great. You're getting great coverage at 2 coats. You really don't have to do a lot to build this up. All of these polishes are easy to work with, by the way. And I found that while I think I have all the golds that OPI has, I pulled out the most yellowy gold ones, and I do have things that are similar, but nothing that's exactly the same. The most similar thing was the Oi, Another Polish Joke, and it is way more sheer. So this gives you pretty great coverage. I really like this polish, and who doesn't love wearing a gold for the holidays? The next polish in the collection is the Hero shade. Now I think that just means the color that like represents the collection that OPI wants you to kind of focus on, which usually it's a red, so I was pumped that it was this beautiful azure blue. This is a super pretty color, you guys. It's called Dreams Need Clara-fication. Now I haven't seen the film yet. It's a Disney film that this collection is in collaboration with, and the main character's name is Clara. I don't know if she wears this color blue, but it's stunning. The only thing about this shade, it is a cream, by the way, it's on the sheer side. They thinned it out. I'm not really sure why they did that. I feel like if they would have firmed up the formula just a little bit and made it 2 coats, I would have been super pumped about this polish, but it's a little bit on the streaky side, so that even at 3 coats, I could see like little windows through the nail where it didn't get quite like a full opaque look. I'm going to show you 3 coats here. I do still really like the shade. Anytime OPI does something that's like a really fun, bright, vibrant, not ultra classic color, I love it anyway. But I do feel like they've done shades like this and not had them so thin that you definitely need 3 to almost 4 coats to make sure you're getting absolute opacity. So that was the only thing for me. I was also for sure wondering right away how similar this was to the Eyes Have It. So as you can see here in the comparison, there are no exact dupes, which I am super pumped about, and all of these colors here that I'm sharing with you are gorgeous, and I love all of them. The next polish in the collection is Envy the Adventure. This is a gorgeous holiday grassy green. This is actually on the lighter end of a holiday green from OPI, which I will show you here coming up in a minute. This one, I definitely needed 2 coats on it just to make sure there was no streakiness or anything. On 2 coats, it was absolutely gorgeous, vibrant. Like I said, it was really bright and light for a holiday green, especially when I put it side by side to the rest of them. So 2 coats of Envy the Adventure, and then here are my comparisons for you guys. And there were a few other things that I could show you, but most of the other kind of greens that you would think could compare to this were either way too dark, or they had way too much white in them. This is kind of a really nice middle ground between those two. So I really like this shade. I definitely recommend it. The next polish in the collection is called Ginger's Revenge, and this is a beautiful darker, slightly brownie based red. And it's gorgeous. 2 coats, I mean 1 to 2 coats. It's really great, you guys. Gorgeous formula if you needed, you know, a nice dark, almost blood red in your collection. This one's really great. I do have some things here to compare it for you. There were a lot of similar things, nothing that was like an exact dupe, but I'm sure you probably have something like this in your collection. Now, as you saw, this applies really great. So, you know, up to you whether or not it's an absolute need. Of course, it swatches beautifully. The next polish in the collection is a light purple. It's like a pinky purple. It's a purple with some pink vibes, and it's gorgeous. This is called Lavendare to Find Courage, and I was especially excited for the comparison for this one because anytime I get to you know, pull out any shade of purple and play with it. That's super fun. But I was very curious to see how many things they had that were similar to this. And actually they have, you know, they have 3 pretty close things here, you guys. Anyway, this swatches nicely at 2 coats. It does have a stronger formula than that light blue. It wasn't quite as thin, which I liked. I felt like in a collection where you have these 2 light cream shades and one is better at 2 coats and the other one is a little bit thinner and weaker, the direct comparison makes me wonder again why they didn't just keep the formula consistent. In any case, this one swatches super nicely at 2 coats. You could go 3 if you wanted to, but I didn't today. Lavendare to Find Courage, definitely a favorite for me as I love purple and I love all of these shades here that I'm comparing it to. It's just fantastic. Definitely a top pick. This next polish is another top pick. I loved it. It's March in Uniform. This is a really nice navy. It has a good amount of white in it though, giving it this really robust base. And it's stunning, you guys. Great at 2 coats. No staining with this polish at all. I did have some requests for things to compare to this polish. My comparisons will show you that there aren't any exact dupes that I own for this polish in OPI's collection, which was something that made me very happy as well. So March in Uniform is another favorite of mine from the collection. I'm really, really happy they put it in here. I think that it gives a nice color range. I will be surprised if too many of you are telling me that there's not enough fun colors in this collection, because I think they did a good job at giving us a beautiful spectrum of color. And then the other thing that I'm going to give OPI a huge pat on the back for is this next polish, which is the holographic. When I saw this online, I thought, okay, that's just a linear holographic like China Glaze has been doing lately and Color Club has been doing for a little while. And I was wrong. This is actually a microflaky holographic pigment that's making up the holographic look, which gives for a more delicate finish and just feels totally OPI to me. It also has a beautifully strong holographic flash, so I was very pleased with this polish. I feel like they could have held back more than they did, which is I feel like something that China Glaze has done with some of their holographics in the past, and I was pleased with the amount of holographic that they put in here. That being said, this polish is versatile in that it's sheer enough that you could wear this as a topper. I'm going to show it to you both ways. When I built this up at 3 coats on its own, you could still see a little bit of visible nail line, but I didn't mind it. I liked the look enough that I was willing to look past the fact that it wasn't absolutely opaque. You could, of course, very easily put this over like the very light white in the collection. That would look stunning. You could put it over anything as a topper if you take a very light hand. If you go too heavy-handed, you're kind of change the look of the color a little bit. Anyway, I didn't even tell you, this is Tinker, Thinker, Winker, and I was very pleased that they put this polish in the collection. Bravo OPI, do more things like this. Holographic pigment, a microflaky holographic pigment is a lot more expensive to put in a polish than like a straight up cream or a shimmer. So I appreciate that they did this and I can definitely recommend it to you. So if you like holographic, pick this one up. I can't believe I forgot to talk about this polish. So I'm coming at you with a little voiceover here for this final polish in the collection. This is the gorgeous, beautiful, saturated, basically 1 coat pink cream. This polish is so gorgeous. OPI knows their reds. They also know their pinks. This is stunning. Watch how I'm going to apply this in 1 coat and you're good to go. Look, you don't need any more than that. I'm going to show you a 2nd coat just because I'm staying consistent across the board. But yeah, you don't really need that 2nd coat. This was definitely the most dupeable polish in the collection, even more so I felt like than the red, because that red had the tiny little bit of pink shimmer in there. Look at that color. It's amazing, but I found almost 2 other polishes that were almost the exact same color. So that's the final polish in the main line of 12 polishes. I do have the 3 glitters to share with you. I would say these are the 3 limited edition glitters, but pretty much everything in the collection is limited edition as it's the holiday collection. So these 3 glitters are essentially the same thing. As you look at them side by side, you're basically getting your standard like holiday colors, a coppery rose gold, a yellow gold, and a silver. So let's go ahead and swatch them. Again, we're gonna go in alphabetical order. So Dreams on a Silver Platter is the silver polish in the collection. Inside this polish, there is still gold, but the gold is represented in a very small micro glitter, and so the main color you're seeing are the 2 different sizes of silver glitters, and then you've got that little tiny bit of gold to add a little bit more dimension to this polish and not just make it a plain old silver glitter topper. The next polish up is the gold, and this is called Gold Key to the Kingdom. And this is beautiful, you guys. It has the same very small gold glitters in there. It has the addition of like it's either a white silver or just a plain old white glitter in there. And then it has the larger gold glitters in 2 different sizes. So this one's definitely more gold looking. Yeah, it's gonna come off super gold on the nail. And I just love the delicate intricacies of these polishes. And the third polish is I Pull the Strings, and this one is the little bit of the wild card for me. So the smallest little, it's almost like a flaky shred in the base of this polish is red. And then you've got a very pale, almost like peachy pink matte glitter. The same glitter that was the almost like white silver in the last glitter. This one's like a peachy pink. And then you've got the larger gold glitters again. And you've got the medium size silver. So this one's kind of got like a mix of both of those other two, plus some red in there. When you have it all together, it kind of gives off the look of a rose gold. So I think that one's really beautiful, you guys. I'm really enjoying the very fine little shimmer going on in the base of each of these. So I do really like these glitters. For me, I don't feel like they are different enough from each other for me to really need to purchase all 3 of them. But like I said, if glitter toppers are your thing, then you'll probably want them because they do have a lot of beautiful intricacies. And I think that OPI tried a little bit harder with these. Like with their Metamorphosis collection that they released lately that had the fun iridescent shimmers with the glitters, I feel like they're trying a little bit harder with glitters and some more fun things for us. So anyway, you guys, that's the full collection. I hope that you appreciated the live application and whatever dupes and comparisons that I did have for you. If you have any further comparisons that I just totally skipped over for some reason and I have them, you can certainly ask in the comments and I can put it on my Instagram. So you guys, like I said, you can get these at polishpick.com. They are there currently. And are you ready for holiday already? I mean, this was our first holiday collection that we looked at, and I think that OPI did a really great job, you guys. So totally happy with this collection, and I'm happy to recommend it to you. So let me know in the comments down below which ones were your favorites, and I will see you back for the next video very soon. Take care. Bye.